This is, those of you who know me, this would not be my normal way of coming um, in with a message, but I was sitting here on my couch and I kept getting channelings. So, and I'm in my nightie and whatever. I'm not photo ready. So when this uploads, I might just cover it with something else. So if you see me, you see me. Anyway, um, someone this it was specific, but I knew that if it was specific, then it was general. Someone was asking or praying or wondering if it's okay to take a photo of an ancestor off of a wall and to use that as part of their altar. Of course it is, if that's what you want to do. You could move the picture. You could bring a table closer to the picture. Make sure it's an area that's fireproof and safe. You could, and I'm telling you what Spirit was telling me when I was getting this message. Find a way to isolate it with a light of some sort if it's on a wall, as you would an art painting, like on a gallery. That some way to isolate it. You could do that if you're handy with those type of things, or have an electrician put a spotlight over it, like they do at some places. The certain pieces of art have little pieces of light over it that you can control to keep a light burning over that person's picture. It doesn't have to be a fire. It just be a light that's always on. You could do that. Um, but in any case, you could just take these beautiful cameras that God has given us and use that to take a picture of that image that's on the wall and then transfer it to a little, 4 by 6 or, whatever, 8 by 10, and use that on your altar. You know, um, can you have your altar in your bedroom? Yes, you can, but it's best not to if you're going to be having sex in that room. But they're your ancestors. When you're dealing with the Orisha, they will they don't suggest that you do it if you can help it, right? But that's just westernized, because when these religions started, you know, forget it anyway. Just be careful with that, but if you can make a place, that you can even cordon it off so that when you have company, everybody doesn't get to see your altar. That's You can put it in a closet. It doesn't have to be something big. It doesn't have to be anything big. It could be your dresser, a picture of one person, or make a collage of your family members, and you know, put it over a light or something like that, or put it on a table with a candle, and so what? And you keep it lit. You could put a scented candle there. You could do anything. Your home, your space. But it doesn't have to be anything elaborate, is what I'm saying. Don't let that stop you. Get a glass of water or a little shot glass. Little shot glass could be this size, right? Little shot glass of water next to a candle. And just don't tell me what your Bible say. Don't tell me what your pastor say. Don't tell me what your aunt say, your uncle say, your friends say, your rabbi says, your teacher says, your commanding officers, whatever. This is not about what anybody else says or any other entity outside of yourself says. What does your intuition say? Try it. Just try it. Just do that. For those of you who want to understand what the ancestral part of this journey is about, If you're having a situation where you don't see your way out, if you need some extra help and guidance, you need a road, a path open, something, try that. Try taking a picture of your ancestor and getting a candle. It could be a kosher Sabbath candle. It could be a 7-day candle. It could be a pillar candle. It could be a scented candle. Just make sure that you pay attention to it and don't let it burn without being attended or in a safe, fireproof place, right? And this channeling is for entertainment purposes only. They said, tell me to say it. But y'all know. And try it. Say your prayers or, disperse your energy however way you do. Write down what write down that you did it. Nothing fancy. Put a note in your phone and see what happens. Watch what happens. And then you don't have to have nobody tell you, because you'll know for yourself. You'll see the results yourself. And if it's something that bothers you or scares you, but if it's something that you see makes your load a little lighter, it raises your vibration maybe, or the vibration of people around you, changes the energy in a positive direction for you. Give credit where credit is due. Not to me, not to the Orisha, to your ancestors. They're recognizing you for recognizing them. And that's the important piece of this. That's the most important piece of this. As long as you are giving light to their memory, as long as someone remembers the name, that family, that legacy still exists. And that's why it's important for us to tell our stories. It's important for us to connect with each other. A lot of our ancestors, our sisters and brothers, our siblings may be the last of the generation, or our parents may be. And for some of us, our brothers are the last line of our family, or our sons are, of their families, if you sit down and think about it. Or maybe it's one of your nephews, or your grandchild, or your husband is the last of his. Nice to see you too, darling. Excuse my appearance today. I don't know. I'm talking. I forgot I was on the phone. I forgot I was on YouTube just now. Thank you for saying something. Oh my God. And give me a thumbs up so other people know that I'm here and doing this, if you don't mind. Thank you. But it's good to see you too. Good to have survived this pandemic, huh? Thank you. Well, thank you very much. But yeah, it's amazing. It is 5:16 on this clock here. So 5 and 1 is 6 and 6. So that's 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So this is a channeled message at number 3. Communication from spirit, from the divine. Yeah, but focus on the connection between yourself and God without any of these intercessionary figures. You could say Jesus. You could say Holy Spirit. And you could say God, Jehovah, Allah, whatever, Buddha, whatever you call it. But the thing is that you don't need the middleman, the 3D middleman here. In any aspect. I missed that, whatever it was. I saw the corner of my peripheral that somebody said something. I've never really done this on my cell phone like this, because I got a new phone recently. This is London, Big Ben, and the bridge. I get Google maps and art and stuff, and so when I look up, I see different different things on my large screen television here with the time. Um, Sometimes it's military time, sometimes it's regular time. My phone has military time, and this thing has regular time, and then the timer on the video. So whatever my eyes take me to, and they tell me to call out that number or add it up or something. I was watching a video about that last night, about the sequences of numbers and the way they repeat themselves in sunflowers and things like that. I found that to be quite interesting because I had been thinking about sunflowers and daydreams lately. Anyway, thank you very much for that thumbs up. Um, yeah, but I was channeling this, and Spirit said just to turn on the camera and start to talk. So I was even going to have it unlisted just to record it, but Spirit said no, let it be open, let it be public. But I definitely may cover up the screen because I know I look a mess. But it's so, it's like you're feeling, somebody is feeling like their heart just cutting, you were just cutting sunflowers out of your garden. Wow, see? Yeah, and I was just talking to my daughter about sunflowers, someone. Yeah, and sunflowers represent the ancestors. And that's what I'm saying. They're trying to, someone, maybe it was you, B, who knows, that needed to hear this, that if you feel that you need to set up something to memorialize them or to recognize your ancestors, and maybe nervous because you don't want no slack from folks, family or whatever, or you don't have room, or however it is, or maybe you're just interested to see, you know, to put toes in or whatever. Or you really do want to give thanks for something, or you need help in some area. They're saying don't be afraid to reach out, and they'll let you know that they've gotten that message, and it doesn't have to be anything elaborate. It could just be that step towards that, and they'll recognize that, and you'll recognize them. And it doesn't matter if anybody else gets it, as long as you get it, But you'd be surprised, because part of the thing that was revealed to me is that my work has not been in vain. That somehow or another, my legacy will be passed down and everybody's going to be okay. And I don't have to worry about these things. And it's taking a load off of my shoulder to know that. Hey, thank you for being here. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Yeah, just to know that, okay, I just filled a vase, but in the washroom we share. I have a brother and family. I don't think, okay. So, yeah, well, it could be a little corner. That's what I was saying. And I'm sitting here, and it's coming to me, and the tears are falling down my eyes, and it's like I'm releasing all of this pressure. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be, you can use a scented candle. Just put your initials on top of the scented candle in 3 places or 4 places for each one of the earth, wind, fire, water. You know what I'm saying? The directions, yes, see. Put your name on, your initials, right? 3 initials, 2 initials, whatever your initials are. Put it around the circumference. Say your prayers, light your candle in your house. Company comes, they'll smell a nice candle. They don't need to know your business, If it's a picture that's on the wall, take a picture of it with your cell phone. Oh, divine timing? Okay, great, wonderful. See, see? They don't care what I look like. They just want to get the message to you. So you must have been really thinking about it hard, and somehow another spirit connected and wanted to reassure you not to worry. Do the best that you can. It's your intent. It's your intent. Keep a journal. of what happens. Even write down this, that you were cutting your sunflowers yesterday, and then da 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 da, and then I was, see where it takes you. You never know. You never know where it might take you. Where it might take all of us, they said. Where it might take us all as a community. Just knowing that just happened. That's a miracle right there, isn't it? Wow, in it. I sound like them so much sometimes. I was thinking about that yesterday. Would I have a choice of saying fixin' to or finnin'? I always would choose finnin'. You're looking amazing. I see your natural beauty. Oh, thank you. Thank you very, very much. Have to learn how to take compliments. Yep. Thank you. At 5:23. You just got goosebumps. I say, okay. All right. Like I said, 5:23. That's 5:5, right? So change. Yeah. And accepting change. So, however way I look, how crazy I look when I get on, y'all, just get used to it, I guess. But it being accepting of who I am, yeah, this is rough. Wow. I brushed my teeth this morning, though I did. But I've been sitting here crying, not meaning to. Not that anybody means to cry, but I'm saying I'm sitting here thinking about letting go of certain energies, letting go of certain people. I was like cleaning earlier, and I was coming across some things that I hadn't seen in years from folks I had forgotten about. And but I realized that there's a connection, and maybe Spirit's trying to warn me that I may run into this person again, and I don't want to. And maybe they're just warning me, forewarned is forearmed, right? To be on the lookout. Don't be surprised if you run into this person. And then it just started taking me down. It's a natural cleanse. Yeah, it's like the big, like, single teardrops coming down here, just out of nowhere. And it feels big, but it's only like once. Yeah, it's a natural cleanse. I got you. And in front of me is water and rocks. Looking so peaceful. 5:25. Yeah. Beautiful. And the mountain out in the horizon. Yeah. The sun is raised and the clouds are moving away. Yep. So that's a metaphor for something, for somebody. Maybe for me. But sharing it with you nonetheless. These rocks look like they have runes carved into them. I don't know why I say no. R-A P. Remember, you gotta let go and to move forward. I hear you. You do. You have to turn things into the hands of God and know that God is going to provide. Now this Google just changed, and now it's a sea, like the bottom of the sea. I heard that somewhere today, the bottom of the sea. And I see faces in these walls underneath the sea. I see the ocean floor, or what appears to be the ocean floor, and see the ripples in the sun of the ocean. So maybe it's not the ocean, but it's some river somewhere, I guess. Who knows? But there's faces carved into these walls, it seems. The rocks have formed faces. That's what I'm seeing. And then there's sea moss, I guess, or grass. Who knows? This could be art. Someone could have painted this or drew this or whatever they use, but it's beautiful. But I see all images. I think this is part of the spiritual gifts. I notice that more and more with images and pictures. They sometimes look different to me. Like when I look at the tarot cards, I get different interpretations of the cards, and it's the same card I'm looking at all the time. Or different decks give different interpretations. At different times, the same image starts to give me different messages when I look at this. Now, is that magic or is that madness? Who knows? But we'll find out one day, won't we? Somebody will. I'm leaning towards magic. Mm-hmm. Because, like I was saying, to feel like, I mean, part of it, I guess, is like being at peace. It is well with my soul. So who knows? Maybe I'm gonna, this is my last day on earth. Who knows? And God has given me confirmation so that I can be at peace. That when I'm gone, that song, when I die and when I'm gone, there'll be one child born in this world to carry on, to carry on. And that song is called Spinning Wheels. What goes up must come down. Spinning wheels got to go round. Talking about your troubles is a crying sin. Ride a painted pony and let the spinning wheel spin. Okay. Who was that? That's some band. Peace is beginnings, yes. Wow. What is that song? Spinning Wheels. It was pretty famous back in the Zizzy, right? Yeah. Oh boy. This is getting kind of long. And I'm going to be looking crazy on video kind of long if I do this. But I gotta know what the answer is here. They want me to get the words. Spinning wheel. Well, the song. Okay. Don't make it a Blood, Sweat, and Tears. The opposite of Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's what I always thought about that. That's just me. It's not saying that. But Blood, Sweat, and Tears to me always was like the opposite of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Like the mirror. I don't know why I always thought that when I was a kid. But anyway. What are the words? Okay. I don't want to hear it. Because then I'll get dinged by YouTube for copyright infringement. But I probably just did just then. Come on, lyrics. Here we go. What goes up must come down. Spinning wheel got to go round. Talking about your troubles is a crying sin. Ride a painted pony, let the spinning wheel spin. Got no money, you got no home. Spinning wheel all alone. Talk about your troubles and you'll never learn. Ride a painted pony, let the spinning wheel turn. Did you find the direction sign on the straight and narrow highway? Would you mind a reflecting sign? Just let it shine within your mind and show you the colors that are real. Okay. Did you find the directing sign on the straight and narrow highway? Would you mind a reflecting sign? Just let it shine within your mind and show you the colors that are real. Someone is waiting just for you. Spinning wheels, spinning true. Drop all your troubles by the riverside. Catch a painted pony on the spinning wheel ride. Someone's waiting just for you. Spinning wheels, spinning true. Drop all your troubles by the riverside. Ride a painted pony, let the spinning wheel fly. Okay, so do we know what this means? The 1969 hit. Now, Somebody on my Facebook made a post that I shared about what was your age in 1969. So 1969, and that was like yesterday or today. And I saw, it's 5:50, it's 5:33 when I'm saying this. I saw in 1969 I was 8. But there are people that I thought were my age that were 22 years old in 1969. How is that? Black don't crack. And these are men. Because if I'm 8 and they're 22, that's like 12 years older than me. That person still looks good. Okay. But yeah. The 1969 hit that reached number 2 on the Billboard charts from the album Blood, Sweat, and Tears, which was the album of the year for 1970. Okay. A jazz rock group that formed in 1967 under the leadership of Al Kooper, with a moderate success that achieved fame and a major place in the rock scene after David Clayton Thomas took over as lead singer in 1968. Okay, so that's Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Yep. And they made Smiling Faces, Sometimes in Winter, and When I Die. Okay. And when I die and when I'm gone, there'll be one child born in this world. Carry on and carry on. So what happened? Did they combine those two songs, or did I combine them in my mind somewhere? Yeah. Okay. That's another different song, but it's the same band. And You Made Me So Very Happy. Oh, beautiful. You made me so very happy. I'm so glad you came into my life. Beautiful songs, yes. Yes, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Anyway, IyaEgunde, thank you. All right. So anyway, is that all, Spirit? Can I come off of here now? Somebody wanted to know something about Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I don't even know how we got on. Oh, what does that mean? Lyric meaning. Someone actually took the time. Thank you. Okay, and what does this say? Thank you for that. You're welcome. The song Spinning Wheel was released in 1969. It was written by David Clayton Thomas. He had recorded the song with another band prior to Blood, Sweat, and Tears. The spinning wheel in this song is Clayton Thomas's way of saying that things always come full circle. In the first 2 verses, he says that it's a shame to become preoccupied with your problems. Whatever's troubling you, whether it's a lack of money or homelessness, it'll work itself out one way or another, and it's not worth getting upset over. Ride a painted pony. Let the spinning wheel spin. Suggest a merry-go-round, and he's telling you to just get on the ride and let it go. It'll eventually stop. The bridge is full of psychedelic imagery, while following the straight and narrow highway suggests moral integrity. The singer is questioning the listener about which direction he or she is headed and whether or not they are being directed in a certain way. The singer is questioning the listener about which direction he or she is headed and whether or not they're being directed a certain way. The reference to the reflecting sign could suggest that it's okay to deviate from the straight and narrow path sometimes. To let the reflecting sign shine within your mind may also suggest psychedelics. To let the reflecting sign shine within your mind. Okay, so a reflecting sign usually is a sign that's there, but you really, the closer you get to it, your headlights reflect off of it and bring your attention to it. So that's usually when they're doing road work, right? When there's something important being made, something important is going on. And the closer you get to it, the more information you'll get about it. But it's cautionary. It's cautionary. Okay. That's cool. I like that interpretation. And that was whose site? I don't want to get in. Music Banter. Oh, that's good to know. This is what they do? Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to highlight that. I like that. That's real nerdy. Love it. Thank you, Spirit. Yes. Oh, my goodness. They got everybody's song here with the meanings. I love it. Ashe. And that's musicbanter.com. Okay? Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you again. That helps. That helps with my work, I'm sure. Hopefully. You think so? So go with it. Go with the flow, right? Don't be afraid to deviate. Don't be afraid to show your real colors, your true colors. And someone else is going to show their true colors. And that doesn't have to be a bad thing. Maybe somebody's going to show you that they are reliable, that they can be counted on. Or Spirit is going to give you confirmation that you don't have to be afraid and you don't have to worry. Everything is going to be working out. Some of you are worried about what's going to happen after you die to other people. You're worried for others. And they're asking you not to do that, that everything's going to be fine. They're going to show you that everything is going to be fine. You're so used to being, you're so used to being responsible that you're even trying to be responsible for people after you're gone. And they love you enough to Spirit loves you enough to give you the gift of reassurance. Because they know they can't tell you not to worry. Because you are their child. They know you. And they're going to show you. It's 5:40 in front of me when I'm saying this, and all these candles in the water floating. How pretty. 5:45 and 4 is 9. 9 is the ancestors. For somebody. They're going to show you that you can relax and enjoy the rest of your ride. Everybody will be fine. And you can focus on you. Because you're not going nowhere. And you're a warrior. And they know that, and they're respecting that because they are your ancestors. They know that. They're helping you get through this doubtful stage, this worry stage. This is another cycle that goes through in your family. For women who get to a certain age. In life. No, don't worry. My son's home. You okay? Ashe. Ashe. You been bullied? Okay. Okay. You've been bullied almost all your life, abused mentally until today. And the world is going to be okay. Your world is going to be okay, and our world is going to be okay. As long as we have faith. And if we each work on our little part of the world, in our little communities, in our homes, in our houses, in our families, then everybody else will all be on the same page. We'll all be lifting our vibration simultaneously just by working on your family, your friendships, your relationships. Knowing what you need to let go of, who you need to let go of, and who you need to be patient with. And you can forgive people, even those who don't ask for forgiveness. And you can be gracious and forgive people who ask for forgiveness. And you don't have to be involved with them any further than that. Accepting forgiveness and parting ways with no malice. Wow. In a second, you opened the channel in me. Ashe. 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 Ready for my go. Little prayer. I haven't come on in a while, right? So I haven't been doing any readings publicly, on YouTube. But I've been working. 5:44 when I said that, 5:45, Ashe. I have been working. But today, they wanted me to. Even last night, it was so hot. It was so hot in my house. And where my bed is, it's like the attic, and so heat rises to the top. Oh my God, I couldn't do it. I couldn't even breathe going up the steps. So I ended up sleeping in my on my first floor where the area is where I have my altar and everything, first floor of the house. And I haven't slept down here in years. And they've kept me down here all day. And just been, ministering and connecting. Okay. That is somebody collecting for somebody's campaign. I'm not doing that already. So, yeah. Thanks for being here. Please give us thumbs up so that other people know that this is happening right now. Because if I'm connecting with you, maybe there's another message that somebody else needs to be connected with now also. And we help each other like that. So thank you for doing that. Very important. Well, come on, Spirit. You got something to tell me? No. What happened to the comments? Live chat are visible. You've learned your value. Well, thank God. We all have been learning our value. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you could put a vase with water. Yeah, you can put a cup. It could be a shot glass, anything. If you can't do that, okay, Spirit said just get flowers and put it by that person's picture. If you have pictures and you're setting up an ancestral altar at any rate, make sure that there's no live people or animals that are alive in the picture with the person. So if everybody in the picture has passed away, cool. But if somebody in that picture is not passed away, find another picture or find a way to get that person out the picture, Photoshop, whatever you got to do. But don't, no one should go on your ancestral altar if they haven't transitioned already, okay? If you want to put names of people because you don't have pictures of them, that is fine. You don't have to know anything about them. They could even just be nicknames that your family called this person. That's fine. Write a list and include those people. And when you get more information, then you add that information. Thanks for coming by. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up so that other people know that this channel message is going on along with Midnight. Say hi, Midnight. Does everybody see Midnight? Could I get her? Wait, how come? Midnight. Say hi. I don't know if you can see her or not. I guess not. That's crazy. There she is. Hi. She's gone away now. Oh, let's sit here at the edge next to me and my socks. Excuse my home and everything. Like I said, y'all, I was on my way, actually. This is ancestors, yes. I was on my way to do my ancestral money offering that I normally do, that I was led to do today for some reason. And they stopped me and made me sit here and started channeling. And I don't know if I told y'all this story. I'm sure I have, someone. That my father's mother and father died when he was a baby, right? So I never got... My father didn't even know that his sister, his oldest sister, raised him, and he didn't even know that she wasn't his mother until he went to sign up for the military, and he needed his birth certificate. So he never grew up with his parents. His father died by the time he was 5 or 6, and his mother died, he was getting ready to turn 2. Hey, Midnight. Thank you. She's found her snacks. And I never knew what my grandmother looked like, so my father never knew. I never saw a picture of her or my grandfather. And they had 11 children. And first she passed away having the 12th child, would have been right after my father. So my father was a baby and she was having the next baby. So she and the baby passed away. 551, it's 11. And then his father passed away a couple years after. But anyway, I had gone on Ancestry a while back, and I got the DNA test, and I've been connecting with people simultaneously while I, doing this spiritual awakening. And I'm sure that, and as I'm saying about when you get in touch with your ancestors, things happen, miracles happen. To me, and miracle is what you feel a miracle is, right? According to you. And it's this beautiful Japanese bridge at 5511 on Google in front of me. Beautiful. So as I said, I never saw a picture of my grandparents. My aunts never had a picture. My father had no recollection of them to even say what they looked like or describe them or anything. Thanks for coming by. Don't forget to give us thumbs up so that other people can come by and help me with this channeling with their energy also. And I met this girl, so-and-so, online, and we became friends online, and she had a picture of her grandmother, who happens to be my grandmother's sister. And so one day, she sent me the picture. And I don't know why, It looks like it must have got some moisture in it, like she has lipstick on all of a sudden, because this is an old black and white picture and it's not very clear. But this is my grandmother. And I got this picture recently, like within the last 3 years or so, since I've been doing my channel, since I've been doing the work, and we've been connecting as a community here, right? So part of my awakening, one of the gifts I got was to see my grandmother. And yesterday, finally, I glanced over at this picture and I said, you know what, maybe you kind of do look like her. Even though I look like my mother, I look like her too. And she's here now, protecting the family. And my brother, which would be her grandson, he's the last of her and my grandfather's line together. And my brother doesn't have any children. He's married, but he doesn't have any kids. So yeah. And then I started to think that there are many of us, and the men that I know, maybe that I've been involved in, maybe the common denominator for them is that they're the last of their line, either their mother's side or father's side. And then that would kind of make sense spiritually, on a spiritual level, with me and what I know not what I know, but what I feel, what I know, what is my spiritual path. 555. Yes, has something to do with that, with the end of the road, or the end of the lineage. The teaching about preserving the legacy by keeping the names going. That's the connection with these people, these men, who are learning, who have learned, whether I know it or not. That energy that is passed through. That's the healing. Okay, that's a lot. Anyway, I'll see what that is. But I hear you. I hear spirit. I shall. Mm-hmm. I'm hearing that song. I love the Lord. He heard my cries and pitied every word. Long as I live and trouble rises, I'll hasten to his throne. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Someone may try to shame you and try to think they're calling you out because you reach out to your higher self, because you reach out to the universe, because you reach out to your spirit guides, because you reach out to God when you separate from them, or when they've hurt you. This person is jealous of your relationship with spirit. And then they try to shame you, because instead of fighting with them, instead of engaging them, you engage with spirit. That's the jealousy. Hmm. For somebody, they needed to know that that's the jealousy. They're not jealous of you. Mm. They're jealous of the relationship that you have with spirit and self-control. Mm. Mm. Purposefully. Mm. Mm. Someone's purposefully digging, testing, testing. Mm. And you keep evading. Ascending the test. Ascending the test. Mm. Someone keeps ascending the test. So you're frustrating the tester. Good on you. Rainbow's in front of me right now. Good on you. Mm-hmm. Good on you. Yeah. Because instead of lashing out, you go within. Okay. Thank you. You call whoever you call it, whoever you calling on. It's frustrating. Someone else. Someone else is frustrated. Just like Job. Mm. They're expecting you to curse God and die. No. Mm-mm. To not to not give thanks, to not be grateful, to not give thanks. They're trying still. Someone still. You see, closer. All right. For someone, you've seen this before, and you're being your confirmation. You're anticipating something, someone, and they are coming towards you closer. They don't dislike you. No. They just have a dangerous way of showing it. In their heads, it's love. It's really not. But twisted. Twisted. Merry-go-round. Coming back around. One person is mad because the people that they love you. And they do too. But they're jealous of the fact that the people that they want attention from, give the attention to you. Or did at some time. Significant time. Could be a past life, could just be earlier. depending on your age of friendship. You were more popular. Everybody liked you, and the person that they liked you too, but they still resented. They resented it. They resented it. Resented. Okay, their person that they're with likes you too. Loves you. Different. So one is a association, friendship, and the other one may be romantic. Someone. But somehow these two people are related. They know one another. They're working together. Could be sisters, brothers, cousins. Yeah. Friends. Like they could be related to one another and be friends with you. You may not even know that they know each other, but you do, for the most part. So whoever this is, whoever this message is for, you know everybody. They know everybody, you know everybody, they know each other. It's all connected. But there's a power struggle there. One person, because everybody that they love loves you. And they love you too. In a fraternal way. Yeah. You were their friend. Oh. Okay, for somebody, this person you were their friend, and they introduced you to their friend, to their family and friends. And their family and friends liked you better than they liked them. Coming back around. In front of me, got 2 dolphins, 605. So that's 11. So this may be somebody that you played with when you were younger, a friend of yours, somebody you hung out with, someone you had good times with in your youth. Okay. With the other person is with them. Works with them. Related to them somehow. So this may be someone that you... Okay. You had a friend. Someone had a friend that brought their friend around their family. Someone in the family fell in love with you. And you broke off with them, but they still want you. And the cousin or the sister or the brother, whoever, the friend that brought you into the circle to begin with, is mad because everybody still is resentful of the time. Hasn't let go of that. Can't get over that. And now you're not talking to nobody. Oh, so you fell out with these people. Anyway, I don't know, folks. Who is this? What is happening? Oh, ex-wife, boyfriend, all of that business. That's it. Okay. All messages. All right, it's a boyfriend's ex-wife. Okay, yeah. All right, that makes sense. Yeah, and maybe, listen, you could have a boyfriend's ex-wife that if your boyfriend wasn't in the picture, the two of y'all might like each other. Honestly, it's because of the dynamics. It's not because maybe you all may be very much alike. That may be why he he had been interested in the other person, his ex-wife, and now interested in you, or vice versa, or however it goes, male, female, same sex, however make it fit, how it fit. I'm just saying. You may have an energy, you may have someone, an ex or ex-wife, ex-partner of your partner, or someone who is interested in you now, who, under normal circumstances, without your loved person, without the centerpiece of the triangle, the two of you would probably like each other. You would probably be able to be friends. Some of you would have been best of friends if it weren't for this third person. Okay. And someone is and the parties all recognize that, even the party, that this is surrounding, that all of this is. It's just the energy. It's this situation is being used to teach everybody a lesson in something or other. Learning about forgiveness and letting go. Learning your value. Somebody, thanks for being here. Don't forget to hit the like buttons. Yeah. Knowing your value. Understanding your value in somebody. You were oblivious. I guess they needed to do it where you could see it, to get your attention, because your attention is always on everyone else. To bring this to your attention, because the situation may sneak up on you without you anticipating it. Yes, right. You said that before. Spirit. It's a warning for someone to be careful. Is it careful for, is it really dangerous? I mean, dangerous, life-threatening dangerous? Or are we just saying, like, just, drama? Is it drama? You say you don't want anything to do with her. She's hurtful and she's a narcissist. Okay. Right. You don't have to have anything to do with that person. They just want you to be aware of the energy. You may take it one way, and it may not be coming from the place you think it's coming from. Send her blessings, and you don't need her energy. That's right. Love her from a distance. Yeah. Just be aware of it. For someone, there's someone who pissed you off, or you pissed off, that you thought that you had buried the hatchet with, that everything was cool. Apologies were made, 6/11. Apologies were made a long time ago. But this person has been doing things behind the scenes to mess with your stability for a long time. Secretly, behind the scenes, nobody knows about it but them. Because they would lose their own job if it was found out. That's the kind of stuff they're doing. May have to do with government, utility, someone that you knew, someone who knew you, some disagreement, friendship, some disagreement, apology, was accepted, wasn't accepted, lied, vengeance, been trying to be vengeful. Yeah, there's the energy there for somebody that you had wasn't even that serious. To them it was. So they're holding a grudge, even though apologies were extended and made and hugs. And yeah, Y'all have hung out, you've been together, you've talked, you whatever. Mm-hmm. They still got you up in mind. Okay, so be aware of that energy coming towards you, being around you, causing you undue. We all have narcissists at times, but some of us catch it and learn, heal from it, and some of them use it as evil. Yes, but it's all lessons, right? Everybody plays a role, right? Even the bad energies, the negative energies, so and so. We need those energies to help us grow, right? If they didn't challenge us, we wouldn't be ascending. So they play their role. They have their purpose. They're purposeful. It's just the perspective, the way we look at it. It's just the way we look at it. It's all for a purpose, right? All things work together for the good. That's the lesson, isn't it? Not only the lesson, they said that's the prayer. Okay, that's the prayer. That's the faith. 614. All things work together for the good is the faith. Therein lies the faith. So, that all things work together for the good. When you believe that, that's the faith. That's the mustard seed. All things work together for the good. Yeah, when you can see that, even in the storms, the tears, the uncomfortable feelings, the anger, the depression, the sleepiness, the laziness, the procrastination, and all that, all things work together for the good. Acknowledging that is what gets you through this. That's a gift too. Acting like the victim, she's reversed everything that she has done to me. Now she's saying that I'm doing black magic. I don't mess with that stuff. Well, that's what they have to do. That's part of their control mechanisms, their triangulations. They're going to say that you're doing black magic on them when they're doing it on you, and whatever anybody's doing is backfiring and boomeranging right back to them. It's ridiculousness. That's what they're saying about just go straight to your higher self, to your God, and talk directly to God. Ask permission to hasten to that throne. And just say what you got to say. Speak your mind and listen for the answers. The answers will be sent. You'll find them. You just have to be open to them. But they're not going to answer anything that you don't ask them for. That's just the way it goes. Even God, you have to ask. You must pray. You must pray. You've never met her in person or replied to any of her tests for over 6 years, so why do you even know that she has a test? What's about blocking? Just block it and ignore it and let it go. If you haven't spoken to her and you never met her, block her text. There should be no way to get in touch with you then. That's it. Just let it go. There's no need for you to have any contact with her. You've never met her. But what do you keep in contact with somebody you've never met and you've never spoken to for over 6 years? That's your ex's ex. That's his problem. That's his baggage. I don't care if they have kids, whatever. That's not your problem. She needs... You haven't spoken to her and you never met her. What is that? And if you all have kids together that you're sharing and you've never spoken to, you've never met her, shame on both of you, actually. If there's children in common that are young, What that's about, I don't know. But again, narcissists also attract other narcissists sometimes, and maybe your husband is a narcissist himself. It could be COVID, and he's acting like a victim, and maybe she's acting like that because of him. You don't know. I don't know. Maybe you do know. I'm just saying. I'm just channeling the answer here. I don't know your life, and I don't know these people. Mm. If he can have you and her both hating one another, that's triangulation right there. So maybe he's the narcissist. Just saying, something to look at, another perspective. Who does it profit for you all not to talk to each other? Who does it affect positively or negatively? Because sometimes they look for negative attention too. I'm just saying, they'll have us thinking that the other person is the enemy. Oh, I appreciate you too, baby girl. Thank you very much. Or baby boy, I don't know. I can't see. I can just see that beautiful heart. Thank you. You know? Maybe that's why I'm saying this, to bring it to awareness. Because that's what they do, They make you think that this person is such a bad egg. And they may be. I have my voice message so full. She don't leave any messages. She didn't get other numbers. I don't know how she does this. Okay, you don't know. Okay, so if this is bothering you, then you can take those text messages to the court and get an order of protection against her. And that is free. Take it to the family court. They'll take care of it. They'll notify her or give her a warrant. Or you can take it to her local precinct and show it to them and tell them you want to take out a complaint and let her maybe get a little scary call from the police department. That might help. Exactly. Right. Do that. Contact the local detectives in her precinct, and ask, can you, show them this and whatever, and see if they can do you a solid and tell her to stop. And you can show how it's been all these years, and you can show that you haven't been responding or whatever your response has been. But I'm saying, you believe that? Okay. Don't doubt that your husband, your boyfriend, whatever, isn't manipulating this situation behind the scenes. They do that. That makes some people, male and female, men do it, women do it, they like to see people tussling over them. Makes them feel important. It's a distraction from their lives, from their mediocre existence. Let's create some drama so that I can be important here to somebody. Have women fighting over me, have men fighting over me, whatever. Feeds their ego. Fills the space. Some people, men, because of their abandonment issues of their own, because they didn't have good role models or whatever, they like the attention that they get from women. They like the sex they get from women, of course. But it's about attention too. It's about feeling important because they've got people looking for them and fighting over them, arguing over them. It does something. Even if it is uncomfortable or whatever. It's a little like, hey, little nudge to their own mirrors. You're not so bad at all, are you, boy? That kind of nonsense. And everybody does it, I guess, Even if you don't like the fact that people are fighting over you, it might be some kind of an ego, like, okay, a reassurance of some type for some of you. But, just saying, some people is like, they don't feel good unless there's drama going on in their space around them. They're used to the chaos. They like it. It's exciting for them. Without the chaos, they would just be regular old schmo Joe next door. Nothing going on. They like to have that little secret agent behind the scenes, Mission Impossible. bullshit going on in the back, makes them feel special in comparison to their environment, to their neighbors. We all want peace of mind. And we're getting older, and let's stop it. Can we grow up and do something else with our lives besides making babies and fighting in the streets and throwing potato salads and carrying on? And I'm so happy for Ben and Jen reconnecting, but I really did want her to get back with Puppy, but that was just me. But everything is starting over again, right? And they're both Leos, I think. Ben and J-Lo may both be Leos. But good for them. Finding, maybe just being friends, maybe just having that person that understands. And she was told years ago by a tarot card reader not to marry him at that time, and she didn't. So maybe this is their twin flame journey. They had to separate in order to come back. He had his life, she had her life. He had his babies, she had hers. She had twins. Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey, he pursued her for a long time, even when she was married to Tommy Mottola, after she came from being crazy. And he married her, and he and she have twins. And he now has 7 children. And I think they said 4 of them are going to be born this year. I don't know, folks. I'm just repeating the silliness that I'm connecting with now. I'm trying to get more grounded in the 3D, I think. This is part of adjusting, readjusting to be able to be in the 5D and the 3D at the same time, right? So I was being led to enjoy some mindless banter. So I've been watching Paternity Court. But it's good because, one, it tests my intuition. And I suggest you do that too. If you've never seen the episode, watch it and see whether or not you can figure out who the baby daddy, yes or no. Like you play the game. And so that's been a good exercise. That's how it kind of started off. And then it, just listening and appreciating the Judge Lane. I think that's her name, Linda Lane, maybe. Because she interprets the craziness, the nonsense, that goes on, when the argument happens and people's feelings are hurt and whatever. And she's so good at bringing it down to the basics and expressing it in a way that the person may not have ever been able to express it. But when she repeats it back to them, they're like, exactly, thank you. Because they didn't have the words or the eloquence, or they didn't know how to get that other person's attention, because the other person always running their mouth. So this way, the judge is acting like the interpreter. Ashe, good on her, right? So that's another type of spiritual gift also, to be able to mediate between these parties. And she does it so beautifully. And then you see the heartbreak, of these families, and the heartbreak of some of these men. And different scenarios, Some are looking for their children. Some are trying not to be the daddies. Some are looking for the children because they're trying not to be the daddies, but they've been paying child support for 18 years. They ain't never seen a child. All kinds of stuff going on that I made a kind of point of not engaging in for years. Like, I would never really watch this kind of, like, Oprah, Maury. Well, I would watch Oprah. Lies. I would watch Oprah, but I wouldn't really, like, partake in, like, Maury like that. I mean, I even went and saw Maury Povich episodes, but that was to prove to myself that it was a joke, and it was. There were people that were actors. I live in New York. I know when I see people who are actors. And I went to a couple of the shows, tapings, and I saw the same people in the audience and on stage. It's just, it's a game. So that was interesting. I went to a taping of The View one time. I took my step-grandmother with me to that. Yeah, she loved that. I say, Mother dear. Yeah, 627 when I said that. Okay. So 6-9. All right. Okay. So, all right. Nick Cannon has 7 babies now. Okay. Yeah, Maury. No. What's the other one? Jerry Springer. I watched that a little more because when I worked where I worked, they would have it up on the screen a lot in the visiting area, just perpetuating the way I looked at it, the way I looked at it, the way it seemed to me. It was just perpetuating more of the bad images. Just like when you go to the doctor's office, all you're going to hear, or wherever you go, it's Fox News, Fox News, Fox News, Fox News. So you're never getting a balanced. When you go to these places, you're never getting anything balanced. That's why I tell people to ask them to change the channel, put it on CNN or MSNBC or, the local something innocuous, not this constant Fox News. Same type of thing with that Maury Povich, that Jerry Springer, all of that, Ricky Lake when she got crazy. Bringing all of that drama and that negative energy. I just wasn't into it. I just felt I got enough of it at work, I guess, or in family or whatever. So I just left, I stay away from that stuff. But this is something like that that's going on for somebody. Something like that. Some ghetto or just family crap. Family, friendship, mixed up crap. Socially intertwined. So there's friendship and relationship, and for some people, I guess paternity. I guess that's why that came up. Okay. Anyway, stuff for some people, this stuff you don't usually involve yourself with. Okay, but you're being drawn into this energy. Okay, being drawn into this energy because you have to be. 63 is 9. Okay, 6:30. With this frog. This frog is sitting on this pink and green and gold leaf, y'all. Anyway. Yeah, somebody is to learn to be like the judge. Impartial. For some people, this is about learning about impartiality. Looking things at a bigger perspective, being impartial, even though there is connection, even though there is a familial family connection or romantic. Oh, no, okay. So someone is being asked to be impartial if they're in the middle of a situation with a family member and a significant other. Step back and be impartial. Don't take sides. Listen, and then explain why why the things are the way they are, why they have to be, and what's the best way. Okay, so someone is going to be called upon to be the bigger person. Not the bigger person, to be the intermediary in a situation that's very close. Keeping the peace, learning how to keep the peace where you want to, because you want to. It's important. Learning how to balance, learning how to bring a balance. Okay. This is what this is about. 632. 32 is 5. 6 and 5 is 11. This is what this is about, learning to bring a balance. Learning how to balance the situation. Learning about grounding and balancing. Working with your Orisha, working with your ancestors, working for your clients. Working for your family, community. So some of you are teachers, some of you are leaders. Lawyers, okay. Going to be lawyers. Would it be counseling? Counseling, excuse me, counseling. Maybe some of you are counselors and you're going to be making adjustments to the way you do your work because a situation is going to be brought to your attention and give you a different outlook and perspective on your work. And the way you're counseling people is going to change. Someone out there, that's somebody. Pastor. Yeah. Prophet. Perspective. Higher perspective. Following your spirit guides. I got two, like, I guess they're kissy fish, a yellow with blue stripe. Two of them. And now at 6:33, I got like bars here, like wooden bars. Looks like a cage. And the light gets light here and like a tunnel, but I don't. It reminds me of a cell, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Like when you close the gate and someone walks off, but there's nobody there. It's just my impression because of my previous experiences. That's what I see. I see that as jail bars, or somebody else might see it as bamboo, which is abundance, right? Protection, growth. If you don't know this, my neighbor told me this. Don't ever plant bamboo in your backyard because it'll take over all of the roots of all everywhere. It'll destroy the neighborhood. Don't plant it. Don't even try it. Okay. Somebody needed to know that. Oh, I just got like, oh. Now you get that, like, when you go to plane, your ears pop. Oh, that just happened. Okay. So I guess that was really meant for somebody. Anyway. Can I go, Spirit? No cards. Just a channeling. This has been going on for 87 minutes and 40 seconds. Thank you all so much for coming by and listening and responding and confirming. Thank you, Spirit. It's going to be fine. Okay. For the past few days, I keep hearing that song. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Okay, so somebody needed to hear that confirmation. There it is. And the other one was, and I'm sad right now that I don't remember it because it's been the main one. What is this song? Please, Spirit, bring it right back. Bring it right back. See. Gregory Abbott. Shake You Down. Okay. Please, I'm going to say this song and maybe it'll stop going over and over and over and over in my mind. I like the song, of course, but geez, this has been like repetitive for like the last week. When I wake up, if I find myself not doing something, whatever, it comes. Okay, so I'm going to acknowledge it and then maybe it'll stop. I didn't even Google it and find out maybe Gregory Abbott's birthday or he died. I know he died already. So I don't know what it is. And Gregory Abbott was married to Frida Payne, whose song was Band of Gold, which was, and Bring the Boys Home. Okay, they're getting ready to close Afghanistan. Maybe that was that. I don't know. But anyway, good on that. Sorry if I was too close just then. Gregory Abbott. He was a cute West Indian guy, I think. Green eyes. Yeah, what was that about green eyes again? Hmm. Okay, I got green eyes on something. Come on. Am I not spelling it right? Did I run out of... Okay. Yeah, so the song is called Shake You Down. I know that. Come on. Wasteful time, right? Thanks for coming. Give us a thumbs up, please. Maybe I'll get an energy to bring me through here quicker. I don't think I ever did a live on the phone, on this iPhone. Yeah, this is new. Shake you down. What is this? You know how to spell? Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't want to know about the shade room. Shake you down. Let's go. It's not coming. Anyway, Gregory Abbott. I don't think I can do that because I'm already on YouTube. Can I? And the way you make me feel inside, what can I do? Okay. Shake you down. If it comes... Oh. Nope. The Wi-Fi's messing up again, as it does, so... Girl, I've been watching you from so far across the floor now, baby. It's nothing new. I've watched you so many times before. Now, baby, you got that look in your eye, and what it's telling me is, you know, ooh, girl, that I'm not shy, and I'm glad you picked up on my telepathy. You read my mind, girl. I want to shake you down. I will give you all the loving you need. And come on, let me take you down. We'll go all the way to heaven. Girl, I've been missing you. And the way you make me feel inside. What can I do? I can tell you've got your pride now, baby. Come to me, let me ease your mind. I got the remedy, yes I do. Just give me just a little time. You read my mind. Girl, I want to shake you down. I'll give you all the loving you need. Come on, let me take you down. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Come on, girl, let's start the show. Start the flow? Start the flow, start the show. Roses are red and violets are blue. I'm going to rock this world for you. Okay, folks. And I knew the words, so shame on me, right? But he was cute. I remember that, how cute he was. Like, cute like the other guy, Michael Thomas. He was like on Chips or something. Was he married to Jane Kennedy? He was fine too. Dark skin, not dark, but you know, brown, not light skinned brother. No shade, no nothing, just saying. With beautiful green eyes. It's a thing to behold, folks. Anyway, don't make him no nicer guys than anybody else, but it ain't bad to look at. Just saying. Shout out to the green-eyed guys. Hazel eyes, too. Right, but it's very interesting, like I was saying, watching the people's, was it? Paternity court. Very, very interesting. And it's very educational, too. You know, they bring on experts to explain certain excuses or certain biological conditions that people use as reasons or excuses for being able to father a child or not father a child, or carry a pregnancy or not carry a pregnancy. You know, all kinds of things happen. But it's sad, too. You have partners who or parents who are trying to verify whether or not a deceased child is the father, or if a deceased man is the father, and his sisters, or just the woman, and just trying to get to the bottom of it. And the bravery of these women who come and are able to admit to their experiences, what they did, and not be ashamed of it, maybe, but getting past that for the best of their child, which is all we can ask a parent to do, male and female. Unfortunately, fortunately, because of the way we're built, we women are the ones who carry the pregnancy, and getting back at somebody for cheating on us by having sex with somebody else and all these other shenanigans. The only person that hurts is you and the baby or the children. It'll hurt the gentleman too, but I'm saying it's not about the hurt, it's about the weight of it, the consequences of it. It's your reputation, is your name, is your whatever, your pelvis, your uterus, your vagina, whatever. It comes up for scrutiny, and you didn't do anything any differently, or maybe did a whole lot less than this person, but because, but it's set up that way, physically, biology, metaphysically, all of it. So don't you think that God, who loves us, would give us something to even out the playing field? That's our intuition. That's our discretion, right? Our ability to refuse. Not that always, because sometimes you can't refuse. So I take that back. It's the ability to heal ourselves. To heal ourselves. We can't look for it from anybody else because they have an agenda of their own. Their agenda is their legacy. Your agenda is your legacy. In the sense of passing on the tools that you need, that we need as women, as families, as a community to navigate this life. Their agenda is to perpetuate the generations, keep it going. So we are the keepers of the culture, and they are the perpetuators of the seed. The identifying shit is not really for us. It's because it's the way society's set up, and the fact that we need money and things like that to operate. So it's taught the male to be like this with it. But even in the animal kingdom, they sniff out to see which cubs are theirs and which ones aren't, right? The male cubs. The male lion will eat the cubs of the other lion. Other male lion. Any rival, even within his own den, with his own lioness. Some of them will do that. Again, asserting themselves, banishing that other person, that other energy. So, it's just normal, natural stuff. But ain't nobody shaming the lioness back in the jungle, believe that. That's why the praying mantis bites their necks off after they copulate, right? And I answer to you. You do your job, move on, shut up. Lioness is not having it. Not questioning her. You question your seed, whatever, but there will be, you're not taking her to the parents' court or anything, paternity court, or Ricky Lake. So we all need to calm down. If we are supposed to accept their behavior as normal and natural, then Why isn't it the same for the woman? Maybe in her heat, right? Because this is all about the time of conception. The window of conception would be the time that you'd be in heat if you were an animal, right? So why then are we mad at shaming these women who are just doing what their nature is saying to them? Maybe society is telling us things differently, but apparently that's what her body needed her to do in order for the desired outcome, whatever that is. We don't know what that child is going to grow up to be, or who that child grows up to be, or whatever impact. It doesn't. It's not even important about that. The point is that if we are not shaming the men as harshly for following their instincts, right? And even in the with bees, don't all of the male bees, isn't their job to serve the queen bee? And when they get her pregnant or whatever, don't they drop off and die or some shit? There's something analogous to this concept. So let's stop shaming these women who are only fulfilling their nature. Because if it's meant for you, like with a dog, if it's meant for a dog or cat that goes out and is not spayed, if they're in heat, they're going to get out and come back pregnant, or get somebody pregnant, or howl and scream all night long when you can't get no sleep. It's physical. I heard let's get physical. Yeah, but it's physical. It's physical. It's hormonal. So let's kind of, stop with the shaming. For as many of these children that are born and under these challenging circumstances, there are millions of children who were never born. They didn't have the opportunity to be born, or they were miscarried or died or something like that. Thank you for that tight hug. Thank you. So let's just be even-handed in our criticism and our collective snobbery. And for everybody who's talking about somebody have a baby and they don't know who their baby daddy was, come on, even just for the grace of God, go you. We know. Many of us know we wouldn't be taking our grandmothers or mothers anywhere for anybody to check, because in the back of your mind, you may have had a suspicion. Or there's some of us that wouldn't be surprised if somebody come knocking at their door and telling them that their daddy is their daddy. Or you've heard about it somewhere close, family member, something. It ain't just other people. And if it ain't, watch out, it'll be coming to a theater near you. Yeah, getting off our high horse. Or being afraid or ashamed to share that experience because it's embarrassing, because it hurts you. And that's bad too, because if it hurts you, you should be able to express it. Whether you be the other parent that wasn't the biological person, or you were the person that had children that wasn't sure of their biological fathers, for some of you, or grandparents of these people, have no control over nothing. But when they do it, you end up with all the responsibility of it. And you're not allowed to be mad and sad and angry because you're trying to do the right thing, or because you're trying not to be accusatory, or you're trying to be supportive of your son or your daughter or whatever situation is. And no one's taking into account your pain and your anger and your confusion. Or you're lashing out, but no one understands, or you're not expressing yourself in a way that other people can understand where you're coming from. pray for that clarity, pray for that ability to express, whether it be through yourself or through a third party, how you feel. How you feel knowing that your spouse cheated on you and had a baby with someone else, for someone. How you feel knowing that you've raised another man's child, or knowing that you raised a child and lied to another man, or knowing that you knew all the time that this person wasn't your father, but you kept up that facade to protect your mother. All these different scenarios that come back of enmeshment, of putting too much on children that don't need to have this burden on them. It's not their burden. They didn't create the situation, but they're being held accountable for it. And then people who, don't understand that people just old, and some of them don't understand how the internet works, and some people have been taken advantage of trying to find their child, unscrupulous people taking their money and things like that. There's a whole bunch of stuff, or it cost too much money, or they didn't know their rights, or they signed things that they shouldn't have signed, or they misread the test results. That was one thing. One man said that the letter said he was 99.9% not the father. And the judge was like, "Where's the letter?" And he said he tore it up years ago. And she said, "I've never seen one that says that. It usually says that there's zero possibility, or you are 99.999% are the father." She said, "I never seen them say 999. You are not the father." And then it turned out that he was the father. So he probably read it wrong, read the letter wrong 30, 40, 30 years ago, whatever, when he got the letter from the court. And it was telling him that he was the father, but actually he thought it said he wasn't the father, but actually it said it was the father, but he didn't read it well. And the person that he was with, it was a woman, and it was some, he was trying not to be the father, it seemed. And he just was tore it up so that there would be no going back to it with his then wife. But he read it wrong. Or at least that's the story that he's trying to put out. And I don't even think he was trying to put it out, because he was standing in front of the judge saying that's what the letter was he got. And it looks like he believed that. But I think the problem was that he didn't read it, and he didn't ask his wife to read it, because he didn't want to upset her by even discussing it with her past, "I'm not the daddy." Things like that. Miscommunications, misunderstandings. People not wanting to say that they can't read, or they have some kind of dyslexic problem also. That doesn't come out until the child is born. And they don't want to admit to having that trait also. That's some people. It's rare, but, people have different reasons for doing different things. And then their love stories, people who were in love and were separated and never knew that they had a child together. The girl may have had a suspicion, but she was in denial, or she knew and there was nothing that she could do because there was no way to contact. One person, they thought the guy was dead and he wasn't. Oh my God. But this has been going on. Y'all all know about this stuff. This is me catching up, right? This is just me catching up. This has been going on for seasons, but like I said, I wasn't watching it. I was working. I was busy. I focused on other things. And I just was drawn to it. A few new things. That Kevin Samuels business, we'll talk about that another time. I'm already on 109 minutes and 25 seconds. Anyway, I think I'm going to go. So thank you all so much for allowing me to share this channel message with you. It'll make sense to someone, some way. If it does resonate, please give it a like, a thumbs up, write something, a number, or ashe, or give me an emoji. You ain't got to tell me your business if you don't want to, but if you want to share your experience, your confirmations with me and the rest of the community, please feel free. It's so very helpful and encouraging. And I will be talking to y'all real soon. Don't talk about me with my beanie thing on, you know. I need to get my hair done, but I haven't been working. I haven't been doing anything, but I've been doing work in the house. I've been doing a lot of spiritual work, but I haven't been going out and getting things done, but I need to get my hair done. But we'll see. You're welcome, and thank you for hanging in there for such a long time, B, all right? And I will be talking to everyone real soon. Don't forget to hit your notification bell, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you'll know anytime I do these channel messages, right? And you can come on live with me. So I'll talk to everybody real soon. Ashe, Afede Fune Egun. Peace out.